Season 60, War number 3. Today we've matched up against the new Avengers 2, and the bands are Bastion, Corvus, Kushala, Mr. Sinister, and Crossbones. And my team today is Tigra, Spider-Woman, and Vox. Starting on Path 3 today, doing a split there with what was a Node 3 Venom that I didn't have a good counter on my team for. And I'm going to be taking this Kindred here with Tigra. And yeah, this one is pretty simple. We kind of just go ahead and try to get to Special 2, and then Kindred's going to drop, relatively shortly after. We're going to go into Outbreak quite fast, because I knew that was going to happen, because, I didn't get a chance to counter the special, because I didn't bait one. But that's fine, it's just some chip damage. It's going to expire really fast, because we used a heavy attack, and then we're going to get pretty close to another bar of power to break out the roots, but we don't even need to do that. And then he goes down in a very fast fight. In fact, the loading screen to try to get out of the fight is going to last longer than the fight itself. As you can see, servers are still no better than last video where I dropped 2 TCs from them. Skip a little bit, and then finally we're going to get out. So now we're going to move on to fight Chavez here on node 26 with Spider-Woman. This fight is all about what happens in the first 30 seconds. If you can get through the first 30 seconds, then this fight's a complete breeze. Basically, we want to try to not let her stack too many dimensions while we can't gain buffs or place debuffs. And then just get her to drop her special ones ideally. Her dropping a heavy attack immediately after I stop punching her isn't ideal, but it means she's getting more special attacks, which, as long as the power gain's not too crazy, that's not a bad thing, because it means that we're going to spend more time in the special animation and less time giving her random opportunities to charge a heavy attack like she wants to do. So I'm going to drop a special 1 here just to dump some power. Maybe I should have went for a special 2 anyway, but who cares at this point. I'm going to place a Wither when my Dex buff expires, so we can remove one of the dimensions that way, and luckily it did go for the newest one, because the oldest one just expired. So that's a little helpful there. And at this point, she's already almost dead. We're going to go ahead and start building up to a special 2. I do that, drop it, it does good damage itself, and then we're at 9 Furies. Special 1's going to place Power Stings, and she'll die. I think I just combo her to death because she doesn't drop the special 1 immediately. So yeah, this works too. Yeah, she goes down there, and then once again we're going to spend some time on the loading screen admiring a bunch of victory animations because, obviously they're cool. We got to take some time to admire victory animations in this game. Undervalued thing to admire. So now we're going to move on to fight iBomb on node 33. And I'm gonna say it right now, we die here. And this is one of the very few deaths where I will say I'm never sending this assignment again. Normally when I die, I think that I could have improved on the fight. This one just felt like it was near impossible. I'd never seen a video of someone doing this. I didn't technically put myself in this path. I didn't plan this war. I did think that this matchup was going to be very sketchy and a little bit unsafe, but I thought I could definitely solo it. Turns out I should have trusted my gut and tried to get on a different path, because basically what's going to happen is he's going to eventually get Conflictor, go red, and then we just die. Because there is no surviving iBomb's Special 3 with any champion. It's just how it is. I'm going to drop a Special 2 here. He looks like he doesn't have 25% of a bar. Apparently he has 25% of a bar, above 2 bars, I mean. So he gets the 75% from Conflictor, from my Ensnare timer triggering, and now we're dead. I thought that using the Special 2 there would have been a fine time to do it. Allegedly it wasn't, and 2 Acid Burn, my entire health pool is just gone. Literally nothing I could have done. So, I don't necessarily blame myself for that death like I usually do. I just don't think this is a matchup that works. I don't think I can realistically send Spider-Woman to this matchup ever again. and I'll have to find something different. I know I've sent Mantis to this before, and it's pretty fine for her, so obviously that's going to be the go-to going forward. Still, you know, I thought it would be a hard time for Spider-Woman. Didn't expect to die, though. Here we are. So, Deathless Season gone on a fight that wasn't really my fault. Unfortunate, but we just gotta move on. So, we're gonna heal up Spider-Woman for the second attempt. I did consider using Vox to take him down. At the end of the day, I thought that Spider-Woman would have a better chance of soloing than Vox. And who knows, I could be wrong. Like, Spider-Woman does have that random ensnare timer that is going to eat Conflictor, which is, you know, what caused me to die. But at the same time, I feel like she'd be better at dealing with the rest of iBomb's kit than Vox would be. And we do have to intentionally trigger Conflictor at some points in the fight to make sure my degens actually stick. But I do think that, in hindsight, there's a reasonable chance Vox is a lot better for this fight. But I still wouldn't send Vox to this intentionally either. I don't think that it's a safe enough matchup. Like, I don't think Spider-Woman is a safe enough matchup to send it. So, anyway, now we're going to go fight Nico Minoru on node 39. This one is literally just Tigra nuke. That's the entire strategy, is just let this buff immunity fall off of me, and then drop my special 2s when that happens. And then she's going to die. So, anyway, I need her to drop a heavy attack. Please drop a heavy attack. She finally does. And then, now she's dead. So we go for the special 2 here. And then, after the special 2, hey, there's another special 2. So, yeah, now she's really dead. Anyway, it was only a 6-star, but that's gonna completely annihilate even a rank 4 Nico. So yeah, Tigra is kind of the cheat code for that. Now we're going to go fight Enchantress on node 41. I've said it before, I'll say it again, there's just not a single node on the map that Spider-Woman or Count Nefaria can't take Enchantress. Maybe 49, but also Tigra nukes that one. So it would be 49, if there actually was ever going to be one of those nodes. Nefaria technically can do it with Mystic Dispersion Siphon, but I wouldn't send it over Tigra. So Enchantress just isn't killing this tactic. It's kind of unfortunate how much of a nothing defender she is this tactic, but that'll happen when you whitelist some of the most powerful champs in the game, I guess. I don't know. But she's gonna die right here, and this is actually easier than node 12 in my opinion, which is where she usually is. So now we'll go fight Onslaught here on node 47. If you remember watching me a couple wars ago, I think it was War 1 this season and a couple wars last season, every time that I took this fight, I had Jean and Tigra on my team, and every time I said I'd rather use Jean over Tigra because Onslaught's AI can kind of screw you over. This is exactly why. His AI was abysmal in this fight, dexing my special 1 first of all, and I mean special 2 first of all, drops a special 1, which I might have been baiting that, I don't even remember in hindsight. But now my senses are gone, and I always just say, like, I don't use Tigra for fights that I can just easily take with other champions, because the AI can just ruin everything. And that's why I take this fight with Jean every time instead of Tigra, because now he's 5-hit comboing my block. In fact, he almost does it twice. And I need to drop the special 2. Luckily I do, but I don't have a lot of ruptures because I wasn't able to line stuff up properly. And now I'm dropping my special 1. Hopefully he throws the special 2 when I'm ready for it. And he does, so we go ahead and I try to counter, don't realize I have Falter on me, which is another thing that Jean would hard counter. But the special 2 is going to kill. So, like, yeah, I'm always going to use Jean for this fight instead of Tigra if I have the 2 of them on my team. It's just safer. I don't want to use Tigra if I have a champion who will take it even slightly longer but safer. Even though I love Tigra, it's just, I think it's better that way. Last fight of the war is going to be Future Ant-Man with Vox on node 49. It's necessary to use a Power Start 1 here, and you are going to let the degens expire intentionally. Otherwise, you will never be getting power after you consume them back. So it's 100% necessary that you do not ever consume your degens with your special 1. This fight actually goes a lot worse than I thought it would. I genuinely thought that this would be easier. That's a very unfortunate glance, and then of course he Walk Up Light intercepts me, so now he gets more armor that I have to remove, which is in turn making me take more detonation damage because I'm not spending as much time building up power. Well, actually no, I can't do that anyway with polka dot power, so ignore everything I just said there. But still, the power detonation damage is annoying, taking a lot more than I expected to. But it's gonna be fine. We're gonna solo. It's just, honestly, there's probably a lot better things than Vox here, and I just thought Vox would be better. I did choose to take this fight. I didn't plan the war, but I said give this one to me with Vox. In hindsight, wouldn't do it again, but it's fine. You live and you learn. So, special 1 here. I think this is the last special 1 I use in the fight, if I remember correctly. Maybe the second to last. He does have an armor there. He's gonna sidestep me now. Like, okay, you're gonna Walk Up Light and then you're gonna sidestep me. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. Anyway, now I need another special 1. I was hoping the other one would kill. It doesn't. But now he's dead. He's got 9 degens and 1% health, and he's gone. So, there we go. That's War 3. We did end up winning this war. Alliance only died 5 times, and they died 9. So that puts us at 2-1 on the season, and we'll probably open the season off maybe in the top 10, which would be pretty cool. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. GG's to 211, and I will see you in the next one.